started recording, or what the hell? Okay, so Shaman tank for Wrath leveling. Shall we go over that? I think we should go over that, yeah? So I just finished doing my hardcore WoW and everything. I've played all the versions of WoW. We're going back to Wrath. So how we would go against leveling this character: 5 out of 5 concussion, elemental warding, 2 into Call of Flame, 1 into elemental focus, 4 into elemental fury, 2 into this, 1 more. Actually, do we have enough to? No, 1 more back into this, and we're putting points into this eventually. Like, I think it's 3 out of 5 where we finally get Call of Thunder. We're getting this for mana regen, this for extra reach, for Chain Lightning, and for Fire Nova. Like, it's gonna hit way further, like 36 yard range for Fire Nova. That's actually fucking huge compared to like all the. It goes further than Frost Shock and further than Lightning Bolt, or about the same length as Lightning Bolt. So increases the range of that. We get Elemental Mastery for the instant cast Chain Lightning, and there's like a, what is it, 15% spell haste for the next 15 seconds. This is just baseline haste and shit, or not haste, crit chance for spell. 2 seconds off, plus this, equals 3-second Frost Shock. Then we go as far down to Totem of Wrath. For what it gives me now is 140 spell power, and everything goes into enhancement from this point. We put in 2 to Earth Scraps, 3 to Ancestral Knowledge, 5 out of 5 Thundering Strikes, Shamanistic Focus, then 3 for Elemental Weapons, 1 into Anticipation, then all the 5 that the last levels I've done, I've went into Toughness, so we can get Mental Dexterity, and I don't think we're getting either of these. So Mental Dexterity, then like 2 into Anticipation, we go down, maybe Weapon, no, we're getting Unleashed Rage, then Weapon Mastery, and like, we'll have 30 enough to get these, but we won't have 31 points to get Dual Wield Spec, or Storm Strike. So we only go far down enough in here for this. So we're going to be getting Unleashed Rage. We'll have Unleashed Rage and Totem of Wrath. So we're kind of like a hybrid kind of build here, where we have spell power and attack power increase. And we'll go Weapon Mastery. We're not going to go for Frozen Power. And what I've used for my gear is like, this is like a lot of Wrath of Lich King and TBC gear. I don't got really anything super impressive here for my gear. Right here is like, this had way more spell power than my last weapon. So this is from like a Utgard Keep. So yeah, big. Not as big Shaman tank shield, but it was a green shield that like dropped while we were in the dungeon. This is for water shield. It just helps a little bit. Got a couple of totems. Spell power thing from like Hellfire quests. This is like from Blood Furnace. Reduces the cost of the next thing by 215. Spell power, big spell power, big spell power, big spell power, big. Still a TBC build. Big spell power right here. And it's you get huge like upgrades going from normal vanilla into TBC, then you get huger upgrades going from TBC to Wrath. That's basically how it's been from like 1 to 70. This is not hardcore, this is not era, this is Wrath version, so this is how I go about leveling as Shaman tank. Most of the times, like, you can start Shaman tanking by the time you're 15 and everything, but like, want to go through specific dungeons and see how all this shit is locked. you want to see the dungeons that are green colored here. Those are the ones you can tank, and like you can like out-threat the actual main tank, because like you're still gonna be queuing DPS to like not grief. You're not gonna queue as healer because like you're gonna be tanking. So if you try to do that, you're griefing everyone trying to tank as healer. So do that as DPS. You might be able to out DPS the tank like most of the time, like as long as you're queued into a green level dungeon where like you out level it so hard there's like you can be tanking it. It's like you can't queue as a tank as Shaman tank, which is really shitty, but this is my way around it. Like I can speed things up by being the actual tank for these green dungeons, whereas like I'm like 6'5", whatever, a way higher level than the actual tank, so I'm able to like make the speed of the dungeon go by way faster basically. And the whole gameplay is literally like getting enough spell. Well, getting here, Booming Echoes plus Reverberation takes off 3 seconds from Frost Shock, making it 3 seconds. And then there's Improved Fire Nova plus the Glyph, Fire Nova Glyph. So 3 seconds plus the 2 seconds that it makes this 3 seconds just like Frost Shock. So the whole gameplay is pressing these 2 buttons over and over and over. And the other glyph that we use right now is Stoneclaw Totem. So your Stoneclaw Totem places a damage absorb shield on yourself rather than the totems. It normally does it for the totems, equal to 4 times the strength of the shield it places on your totem. So over here, let's go over this. 460 is what it puts on each totem, so times that by 4. That's like 840 bubble right there just from that Stoneclaw with this glyph. So the higher Stoneclaw Totem you can get, the better the bubble actually is from this glyph. I'm not quite sure on the third one, but those are the 2 main ones, Fire Nova and Stoneclaw for Shaman tanking glyphs. Definitely Elemental is way better because it just has way more higher like AoE threat, AoE damage more than Enhance does. Like Enhance, like once you're high enough, like you could go deep enough to Fire Nova where you could have 3 second Fire Novas as well. But like this also has 3 second like Frost Shock, which is like kind of the taunt version of Shaman tank for TBC and Wrath. So yeah, a lot of my gear like is from TBC and Wrath dungeons. So we got a cloth piece here that has 34 stamina. The amount of stamina is way better than like what I have or what I've been given. I haven't found any wrist piece with like mail that have like a decent amount. So the amount of stamina and like it basically outweighs the like armor that I would get from a mail piece that I haven't gotten yet. Kind of the same as like my hardcore shaman. I had a green wrist piece as well. And yeah, this is like a wrath beast from Utgard, 233. Like the weapon I replaced had like 50 spell power, so it was like a huge power up from wrath to TBC to wrath. This is a green item from doing Utgard Keep. I had a lot of stam strength. I just took it. TBC, or Wrath, TBC, Wrath. Yeah, and we got about 8.5k HP. I've played Enhance, and I had over 10k, like, at level 62, 63, 64, so it's like, I've had more HP than this before as Enhance, but, like, that was TBC version of Shaman Tank, and Wrath, you want to be Ellie for like the huge Fire Novas, 3 second Frost Shocks, basically. So yeah, there's my update of like leveling up in Wrath without heirlooms. Like you can still beat the hell out of people with heirlooms. Like with this gear, you can like do way more damage and you can do way more AoE threat. But I mean, an actual tank is gonna out threat you. But like, if the tank leaves, you can like keep on pulling as Shaman tank with this build and keep on continuing the dungeon as you wait for the queue for an actual tank to come in. I mean, I say actual tank, quote unquote. This is an actual tank itself, but yeah. this is the gist of the video. It's about 10 minutes right here, yeah? Call it at that.